I've been training consistently for a few years now, and the muscles I've struggled the most with were definitely my legs. I know a lot of people avoid training them because they're hard to grow and hard to train, but I was killing myself on those leg days, and they were still small. It was so demotivating and made me not want to train them at all. But everything changed in the past year or so. I've gotten several compliments from women about how good my legs and glutes look. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're struggling to grow your legs, and you have no idea what you're doing wrong. Here's the problem. A lot of guys online will tell you to do 25 different exercises for legs and that you're never doing enough. A lot of them also try to preach that there is no growing your legs without heavy-ass barbell squats. I honestly disagree with all that advice. I would tell you to steer clear of exercises like heavy barbell squats or deadlifts, the same way I would tell you to avoid the barbell bench press if you want to grow your chest. Why? Well, while I do believe that those exercises have their benefits and uses, I just don't think they're worth the risk. Think about it yourself. Whenever you hear about a gym injury, in almost every case, it's one of those 3 exercises that cause the injury. And guess what? If you're injured, no exercise in the world can grow your muscles. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how should I train my legs then? Let me answer that question for you completely for free. The list of exercises and the training routine I'm about to give you will 100% grow your legs if you stick to it every week, consistently. Devote just one day every single week to doing this training routine. Yes, you heard me right, just one. I know you've been told to train every muscle 2 to 3 or 100 times a week if possible, but just trust me on this one. If your legs are skinny and weak, there is no way on earth you can do 2 hard leg days in a week and recover from them properly. People who tell you otherwise are either lying to you or don't know better. Take it from someone who has been in your shoes. I used to torture myself by doing 2 to 3 different squat variations, leg press, and all that stuff twice a week. I couldn't walk after my leg days, and just the thought of training them made me feel sick, and now I barely even get sore the day after. If this is something you want to achieve yourself, make sure you stay until the end and follow this exact routine. Before you even touch your first weight, make sure you spend a minute or 2 on some dynamic stretches and a few bodyweight squats to get the blood flowing in your legs. After you've done that, we can get to the first exercises. And the first exercise of our leg day is lying leg curls. You can also do the seated variation, but I prefer lying leg curls. The reason this is the first exercise of the day is that it's the best one to warm up your knees and prepare them for the rest of the workout. You're going to do 2 sets of this exercise completely to failure. Not just this, but all of the exercises that I'll mention today have to be taken to failure. This is extremely important because without training to failure, you're leaving almost all of the muscle growth on the table. The second exercise of this program is the father of all the other leg exercises. This exercise is single-handedly responsible for 80% of my leg growth, and that, my dear friends, is the Bulgarian split squat. When you first do this exercise, it will absolutely humble you. When I first started doing it, I was already a few years into training, and doing it with a pair of 5-kilogram dumbbells had me falling over. It will be extremely hard to do, and it will take all the effort and focus you have. That's why you're only going to do 2 sets for this exercise. Yes, 2 sets. That will be just enough to stimulate growth over time. The reason this is such a powerful exercise is that you need multiple muscle groups to work together. You need the core muscles to keep you balanced and all of your leg muscles to complete the rep. It will target your entire leg and your glutes as well. As I said, this is your main builder. Never give up on this exercise and do not ego lift on it. You probably won't even be able to ego lift, but I have to say it regardless. The key here is to get stronger on it over time. Keep the rep range between 8 and 12, and as soon as you hit 12 reps on both of your sets, go slightly heavier than last time. Also, feel free to rest up to 10 minutes between your sets, as this is extremely energy consuming. The third exercise is any variation of calf raises. Do this one for 3 sets and aim for a bit higher rep range, even up to 15. I honestly use this exercise to catch my breath and rest a little bit. This one won't be that challenging, but it needs to be done. The fourth exercise, also extremely important for your leg size, dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, but with a little twist to it. This is how you're going to perform this exercise, by pushing your shins into the bar for extra safety and stability. A lot of people, when they train legs, completely ignore their hamstrings. But just think about it. That's almost half of your leg. It's like training your arms and completely ignoring your triceps. I would just advise you to be extra cautious and always make sure to keep your back straight. This also doesn't require a lot of heavy weights. Do it lightly and get stronger on it over time. 2 sets of this exercise is all you need. Keep it in the 8 to 12 rep range as well. If you have a training partner, tell him to record you doing this exercise from the side just to make sure your form is correct. Exercise number 5, and the final exercise of this workout, the one that will give your quads the size and shape they deserve, is the leg extensions, a perfect isolation movement at the end of the workout that will target your quads and grow them as you get stronger on it. This is the exercise that will give you those juicy quad insertions and muscle lines. Do this one for 3 sets, also in the 8 to 12 rep range. This is my entire leg day, and this is what I used to do to grow my legs. From time to time, I throw in a set or 2 of leg press. It's also an incredible exercise for your leg size. This one is optional, honestly. If you think you can handle it, throw it in the workout, but if not, you'll do fine without it as well. Like I've said before, do this once, and then rest your legs for at least 5 to 6 days before repeating this. Recovery is extremely important, so I urge you to take it seriously. Spamming volume and doing this 2 to 3 times a week would just leave you destroyed and with no energy left for anything else. It took me a few months to get to the point where I'm strong enough to handle this workout, and when you stay consistent for those few months, you shouldn't even be sore after your leg days anymore. Again, make sure you train to failure, otherwise this won't work. I know you've been told you can leave a few reps in the tank, but there is no true way of knowing if you could have done 2 more or 6 more reps. That's why training to failure is kind of the safer option. Write down your sets and reps so you can gradually increase them every workout. Progressive overload is what stimulates muscle growth. If you're constantly training with the same weight within the same rep range, your muscles adapt and you're not giving them a reason to grow. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll try my best to answer them. If you've gotten any value from this video, consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more similar content.